All right, if you're trying to lose a little bit of weight, a little bit of fat, I'm sure that you've heard somebody say you need to increase your protein. Why are we so dead set on getting so much protein? Why is protein so important in fat loss? So let's talk about it. The first thing we're going to do is talk about what protein is. Protein is made up of amino acids, and amino acids are essentially just like the building blocks of muscle tissue. So when you grow your muscles, you have to feed them those building blocks. You have to feed them amino acids in the form of protein. There are 21 amino acids that your body has to have to stay alive. 9 of those amino acids you have to get from food. You have to ingest them, and we call these essential amino acids. I'm going to give you some terms and some lingos you may have heard. So you may have heard of EAAs, or essential amino acids. Those are the 9 amino acids that you must consume in your food. So a protein source that has all 9 essential amino acids is something you'll hear termed or coined a complete protein. A complete protein has all 9 essential amino acids. L-leucine is one of those 9 that has been shown to have the greatest effect on muscle growth. So you always want to make sure anything that you're supplementing with has L-leucine in it if you're concerned about muscle growth or gains or anything like that. So BCAAs is another term you might have heard of, and those are just 3 of the essential amino acids, and they are leucine, isoleucine, and valine. And those are the 3 that help with muscle growth and repair. So a lot of people will take these before or after a workout. If you're eating a high protein diet, they're not, you're getting these in your food sources. You don't need to supplement before or after a strength training workout, okay? Your protein powder or the protein bar that you pick very well may have a amino acid profile listed on the back, so you can kind of see what the breakdown is. And just a little side note, collagen, and we'll go over this a little bit more, but collagen peptides is not a complete source of protein. It is missing one of the 9 essential amino acids. So protein powder in general is a great way to get all of your essential amino acids if you're falling short on whole food. So ideally you want to eat, consume, chew all of your protein. But if you cannot get as much protein as you need, protein powders, protein bars are kind of a great way to kind of fill that gap to hit that protein goal. So what do those supplements look like? We'll go through the types of different protein powders that you may see, or type of protein supplements that might be in some of the bars you're eating. The first one is whey. It's the most common. It's a milk-based protein. It's produced when milk separates from the curds in cheese making. The pros of choosing a whey protein is it's very high in protein. It is a complete protein, meaning that it contains all the amino acids. It is very easily digested as long as you're not lactose intolerant or have some kind of dairy issue. The con is because of that. So because it is dairy, most people, even if you're not fully lactose intolerant, you have a hard time digesting like the milk products. So like the protein you digest okay, but the actual like milk byproduct that's in the way, it can cause like bloat, gas, other just GI issues. Not necessarily the protein, but it's the milk byproduct. So pea protein is another kind of protein you'll see out there, and it's obtained by drying and grinding peas into like a fine flour, mixing that flour with water, removing all the fiber and the starches. It is also easily digested, so that's a pro. It's also free from all allergens, and it's another complete protein source. But a con for pea protein is it's less protein per weight. So you have to have more of the powder to get the same amount of protein. It's also typically unflavored, like the flavor of it's unfavorable. And so having to have a higher volume of it and not tasting as good, it's usually got a lot of added sweeteners and stuff in it. People typically don't like the taste of a pea protein. It leaves an aftertaste. And if you're not choosing an organic pea protein, it's going to have a high amount of pesticides in it. So another source of protein you may find, a supplement, is called soy, a soy protein. It's made from soybeans, rinsed in water and alcohol. Pros, again, it's a complete protein. It typically has a very, very good flavor. It doesn't have to have a lot of sweeteners added to it, but it is not easily digestible, and it has something called isoflavones in it, which is a plant estrogen. So it's that plant estrogen is going to go bind with the estrogen receptors in your body and kind of mess up your hormone health. So I do not ever recommend a soy protein. Hydro beef protein is another type of protein you may see in different supplements that you're having. It's derived from an infusion process with grass-fed beef. So it has all of the pros that whey did. So it's high in protein. It's a complete protein. It's easily digested. But it also is 100% natural. So it preserves the nutrients and the peptides and the vitamins and the minerals and all of the things that are in beef. You're getting like all of the benefits of eating a steak without actually chewing it. It's paleo compliant. It's gluten-free. It's dairy-free. A con is that it's probably the most pricey protein on the market because it's only sourced in 2 places in the world. And it's not good for vegans and vegetarians, obviously, because it comes from beef. The last kind of protein we're going to talk about is a collagen peptide. Collagen is the most abundant protein in your body, and it's the building blocks of all of your connective tissue, all of your connective tissues like your tendons, your ligaments, your hair, your skin, your nails, your bones. So when you take a collagen supplement, it's promoting all of those things, aiding in injury recovery. If you have a ligament or a tendon or something like that that's torn, it'll relieve joint pain. It prevents bone loss, that kind of thing, but it's not a complete protein. It's missing leucine, so it does not aid in the muscle growth and repair. So it's good for connective tissues, but not really muscle growth. And something to note that many manufacturers on the market with collagen peptides, if you look on the back, their recommended dose is 2 scoops. That's a serving. If you're consuming a high protein diet, which most of my clients are, then you're getting a lot of collagen just in your normal diet. There's no need for you to get 2 scoops to supplement. 1 is ample amount of a supplement for the collagen. And then another side note about collagen is about liquid collagen. That's truly a marketing gimmick. What they say is true. It does have superior absorption, but what are you doing with the powder before you consume it? Are you just like shooting back the powder? No, you're putting it in a liquid. So it turns it into a liquid collagen. It's dissolved collagen when you ingest it too. So they're just adding in a step and really an ingredient and charging you more. So always a hard pass on liquid collagen. So what to look for when you're shopping for protein supplements: 20 to 30 grams per serving, unless you're doing the collagen, and that's only going to be about 10 because you're only going to do 1 scoop instead of 2. Also, when you're looking at protein powder specifically, look at the serving size. That's a dead giveaway if it's clean or not. If it's asking you to put 2 scoops as a serving, that is a dead giveaway that it's full of fillers, binders, additives, sweeteners, all kinds of stuff. Because to get the same amount of protein, you're having to use 2 scoops. So one of the scoops is probably full of stuff, and the other one is all you really need for the protein. You'll want to get a protein that lists their amino acid profile on the back and says that they are a complete protein, meaning they have all 21 amino acids in them. Also look for organic. Specifically, if you're getting a pea or a plant-based protein, you want to make sure it's organic. And then if you're getting a whey protein, verify that it's from grass-fed whey. And then if you're looking at a hydro beef, typically all the hydro beefs are going to be good. I have not yet found a hydro beef that I don't like. Everyone I've seen has been certified organic. They've had no hormones, grass-fed, non-GMO, all of that. So hydro beef typically is a superior protein than anything else on the market. So I typically recommend across the board hydro beef first because of that, and everyone digests this well. It's quickly digested and it's digested well by everyone. Like I said earlier, most people have some kind of issue with a whey product because of the milk in it. Even if you're not lactose intolerant, it can cause bloat, gas, that kind of thing. So I always steer away from soy 100%, and if you're vegan or vegetarian, go with the pea protein. So what to avoid, those are some things to look for. So what to avoid, you want to look for those additives I was talking about, the sweeteners and that kind of thing. I typically avoid also the premixed shakes. The premixed shakes always have, the ones I've seen, I haven't found one I've liked yet because they all have like creams and milks and sugars and The ingredient list has like maltodextrin and dextrin and xanthan gum and carrageenan and soy lecithin, mannitol, artificial sweeteners, natural flavoring, artificial flavoring, aspartame, sucralose, cane sugar, corn syrup. Like they're just packed full of stuff. It's ideal to just get you like a shaker bottle and the protein powder, and you can just mix it with some almond milk on your own. One of my favorites is like a scoop of chocolate, a tablespoon of PB2, and a shaker bottle with almond milk. So I have spent a lot of time researching some specific brands. I will give you my favorite brands of each type of protein and added bonus of a protein bar as well. So pea protein, I like Vega's Clean Protein. It's plant-based. It's a pea protein. For whey, I like Orgain. It's the Orgain Organic Protein. Hydro Beef Active Stacks makes a great one. Collagen Peptides, Vital Proteins is superior than anything else I have seen. And then, like I said, added bonus, my favorite protein bars are Jerky. Archer's, Nick Sticks, and Chomps are my 3 favorite brands. And then if you're looking for like a true protein bar, RX bars are my favorite. They've got the best ingredients, but they're only 12 grams of protein. If you're looking for something closer to 20 to 30 grams, Barbells is good. It's got a lot of artificial sweeteners in it, like 4 or 5 different kinds of artificial sweeteners in it. So it may cause like bloat and gas, so just be mindful of that. And same thing with Aloha. It's got a good amount of protein, but also has some sweeteners and binding agents and stuff in it as well. So with that being said, Faster Way has come out with the top 2 proteins, a Hydro Beef if you are not vegetarian and a pea protein if you are. Last year, I compared theirs to what my favorite brands had been prior to that, and the quality is as good, if not better, than the other brands I was already recommending. So if you're wanting like a one-stop shop to get pea protein or Hydro Beef protein or collagen peptides, Faster Way to Fat Loss shop is a fantastic way to do that. I will drop the link to that shop in my comments down here. But you can also text me the word protein and I'll send you the link. I'll also send you a recap of this training. So like the ins and outs of protein, what to look for, what to avoid, all of that will be in a little guide for you. And then I'll also give you recipes, so like my favorite smoothies and different ways to use protein powder. So again, if you'll just text me, my number is 901-476-1023, and you'll just text the word protein to, again, my cell phone number, 901-467-1023, and I will get that to you. Thanks, guys.